Hey, this is Justin Morrison here, and today I'm reviewing the Sony FE 16 to 35mm f4 G lens on behalf of BestBuy.ca. This is a wide-angle lens, a pretty interesting lens actually. It's got some really nice dials, controls, and switches right here on the lens. You've got a focus ring. You've also got a focal length control ring right here, which just keeps rotating, as you'll notice, like there is no end to it. There's also a switch here where you can go W or T, so wider or tighter with your focal length. So as you go wider, you're going down towards the 16mm end of the focal length range. As you go tighter, you're going towards the 35mm focal length. The other ring down here is for aperture control. So that is excellent for videography. And you can have that click either on or off based on this switch here. So the click being the click as you move through the aperture range. So you can take that off. So it moves very smoothly and silently. You also have this iris lock here, which prevents any change in the aperture that you're using. So if you don't want the aperture to change, just pop on this iris lock and you'll have a fixed aperture. Of course, there is, as with most Sony lenses, you have this focus hold button, to which you can assign, essentially this is a customizable button to which you can assign a number of different features. Very handy to have that right on the barrel. So as you can see, lots of features on the barrel. Very useful, actually. I like to have lots of controls on the barrel, even though it takes a bit of time to get used to what each one does, because you're trying to operate them without looking at them, essentially. So while you're behind the lens, while you're behind the camera, you want to be able to just reach forward and use all of these different controls very quickly, very smoothly. So it takes a bit of getting used to, a little bit of work involved in getting used to all those and finding all those features and controls. One of the things about the lens actually that kind of surprised me is that there's no way to know what your current focal length is. You actually have to change the focal length in order to get a reading on the back of the camera that tells you where the focal length is at. So that's kind of interesting. But in terms of image quality, I really enjoy this lens. It's only an f4 lens, so that's not a very wide maximum aperture. But it is quite a small and light lens, and that's something it has in its favor. Very handy for video work, definitely. And I think Sony has really made a good all-round video lens here. So, if you shoot real estate videos, for example, this would be an excellent lens to have in your bag. But all in all, I was happy with it. I was able to take some nice photos, shoot some nice video with this. As I said, I love the controls on the outside. I think this lens has a lot going for it and is a really useful lens in a lot of different situations. On behalf of the Best Buy blog, this is Justin Morrison. Until next time, peace out.